Wendi Adelson took the stand today, and while she appeared to be cool and composed, her words were something else entirely.
Did you refer to your ex-husband as Jibbers?
I did.
What is the meaning of Jibbers?
Jibbers was just a silly name that a friend helped me come up with to basically make him feel less scary. It was nonsense.
When asked if she called Dan Markel a series of insulting names, she couldn't say a simple yes. Wendy sidestepped, she reframed, and she dismissed that one as just a silly name. And at one point, she led with, "to be honest," a phrase that always makes you wonder, why did she feel the need to say that? This is a quick look at day 2 of the Donna Adelson trial. I'm doing these every day throughout the trial, short breakdowns focused on the most revealing language from the witness stand. And each week I'm going to release a longer main episode which takes a deeper dive into the most significant testimony. If you're new here, this coverage is different. There's no speculation, there's no gossip, there's no legal breakdowns. I focus only on the words, because that's where the truth tries to hide. So make sure you subscribe to the channel now to make sure you don't miss any daily update or the deep dive still to come. And looking at what's still to come, I'm hoping we see Charlie Adelson and maybe even Donna herself. But let's go on to look at Wendy. Now, the theory is that Donna ordered the murder of Dan because, well, she wanted Wendy, or maybe even Donna wanted herself, to have full control of the kids. So she saw a chance to get rid of Dan in order to make this all happen. So let's dive in. And Wendy had a real problem on the stand with yes, no questions. Those are questions like did you, would you, where you can answer with yes or no or positive or negative. Questions like this one.
When your mom is really upset about something, does she talk about it a lot?
Yes.
A yes, no question. When your mom's really upset about something, does she talk about it a lot? And Wendy just goes straight for a yes. A very, very truthful answer. It's a truthful form of answer when someone's asked a yes or no question and they say a yes or they say a no. Highly likely they are telling the truth. You see, people when they're lying or got something to hide, they seem to avoid saying that yes or no question. So let's have a look at another bit of testimony.
Did you refer to him as an STD?
I don't remember saying that.
Tab 5.
It looks like I made that analogy.
Danny is an STD. One wrong mistake, marrying him, and this will never go away. Is that what you said?
I did.
And did you share that kind of sentiment with your mother?
I don't remember ever saying that, so I don't think it's something I said very often.
So, did you refer to Dan as an STD? She says, I don't remember saying that. It's a yes, no question. There's no yes or no there. Sure enough, as happened many times in the testimony today, when Wendy was drawn towards the messages, she suddenly was aware that she did say that. Yeah, I did say that. And did you share that sentiment with your mother? She's asked. And she doesn't say yes or no. She avoids it entirely. She says, I don't remember ever saying that, so it's not something I said often. Well, there's no yes or no there, and the mother's completely disappeared from her answer. So did you share it with your mom? And if you did, why are you frightened of telling us that? Why don't you just give us a straight on yes? Also, she doesn't say directly, I did call Dan an STD. Even though it's there in black and white in front of her, she downplays it and tries to make it sound all fancy. So rather than just calling him a horrible name, she says, oh yeah, I made that analogy, downplaying the horrible insults that she fired in the way of Dan Markel. Here's some more from Wendy on the witness stand.
Did you refer to your ex-husband as Jibbers?
I did.
What is the meaning of Jibbers?
Jibbers was just a silly name that a friend helped me come up with to basically make him feel less scary. It was nonsense.
Did it reference Jew in boots?
That I don't remember.
So we have, did you call Dan Jibbers? And she says, I did. It's well documented that she did. What did Jibbers mean? And she says, Jibbers was just a silly name that a friend helped me come up with to basically make him feel less scary. Two indicators of some deception going on there. Jibbers was just a silly name. She's trying to downplay it there. It's just a silly name. Nothing else behind it. No horribleness about his religion behind it whatsoever. Just a silly name. That word just comes up in deception all the time, especially people trying to minimize something down and make it seem a lot smaller than it is. It's just a silly name that a friend friend helped me come up with. By the way, don't blame me all the way for this horrible name that Dan Markel had, Jibbers. It was a friend who helped me to basically make him seem less scary. So basically means there's a lot more to it. If something basically happened, it means a lot of other things happen. So basically means there is a little bit more going on to it than meets the eye. And she's trying to just make this really small in size with words like just and like with basically. And then, is it about being Jewish and having boots? And that's a yes or no question again. And what does she say? That I don't remember. Let's go some more from Wendy on the witness stand.
Did you, during the phone conversations you had with your brother during that time, did you talk much about your marital problems?
I mean, to be honest, I don't remember, but I'm sure we talked about it.
So, did you talk about your marital problems with Charlie? And she says, to be honest, I don't remember. She's in court. She's given an oath. Why does she feel the need to point out that at this point she's been honest? Two things could be going on. Everything else could be a lie, and this is the first time that she's been honest, and she says, to be honest. Or liars quite often feel that by saying something like, to be honest with you, or honestly, or to tell the truth, by pointing out, flagging up that what's coming is truthful, they think that the lie will be believed. Is that what's going on here? To be honest, I don't remember. Do you really not remember the conversation you had with Charlie, Wendy? I'm not sure I believe you. I think that, to be honest, is to cover up the fact you're not telling the truth. Here's some more from Wendy.
You know about the TV repairman left about, did you say about 9?
The truth is I don't really remember, but, something like 9 or 10.
Definitely before 10 or by 10?
Yes, that's my best memory.
Yeah, what time was the TV repairman there at your house, conveniently at the exact same time as Dan's murder was being arranged? She says, the truth is, I don't really remember. So the truth is very similar to that, to be honest, which is, here's some truth coming up. Honestly, believe me, this is the truth. I need to persuade someone is being truthful when she may well remember a hell of a lot more. And I don't really remember, so which means, yeah, I do remember in a way, but I don't really remember is just qualifying it down there, just trying to make it all sound a little bit vague. But to be honest, the truth is, suggests to me there's some real curation going on in Wendy's testimony. Now, I've pulled her apart a lot for not telling the truth. I think we get the truth here from Wendy because it's a very different pattern of words. Listen.
You did offer testimony in November of 2023 as well, right, on a related case?
Yes,
Okay.
October.
And did your mom, when you spoke to her in November of 2023, offer you any advice or thoughts about how you should act or behave or what you should say in court?
Yes,
She did.
she did.
And what was that?
I can't tell you I remember exactly, but she was hoping I would be supportive of my brother.
Okay. And do you know what her thoughts were afterwards?
I do.
Okay. And what were they?
She was devastated.
She didn't feel you were supportive.
No.
So unlike a lot of what we've seen, we get some yes, no questions in there, and Wendy is giving us yes and no, positive or negative answers. And when she's asked, what did your mum think about your testimony at Charlie's trial? She says she was devastated. 3 words, no storytelling, no persuasive language, nothing added in there that doesn't need to be in there. A suggestion that the truth is being told. And that is that Donna was devastated about Wendy's testimony at Charlie's trial. Now, there's a whole load more to Wendy. She was on the stand all day. And so I think she's going to really feature in the big breakdown at the end of the week, at the end of the first week of the trial of Donna Adelson. Do subscribe to this channel to make sure you get all the daily ones throughout the week and the big deep dive episode at the end of the week of the trial. NeverAtruerWord.com is a website. There you'll find a whole load more stuff on the Adelsons, by the way, if you're interested in them. Also, you could sign up for the monthly newsletter where you can learn more about finding out where the truth and where deception and where the motivations of someone sit inside the words that someone uses. You can find all that at Never a Truer Word. And we'll be back to do more from day 3 of the Donna Adelson trial from Never a Truer Word.